That was probably not worth my time, but what can you do? Besides just not doing that. So it was funny, I was talking to Jorenda earlier, and she mentioned calling that starting island up there Tutorial Island. And so I was like, okay, that means I'm done with the tutorials since I'm now down here. But I don't feel like I am. Like, I'm still... haven't figured out the towers. I'm still running back and forth for different people's tasks. It doesn't feel like I'm out of the tutorial yet, actually. Though I guess we will see. But yeah, like, mechanics are still blocked off to me. Link, well, did you find anything?
What?
There are more tutorials in the shrines and a bit with the tower, yes. The whole game is a tutorial. There are some games that are like that. You're telling me Princess Zelda was at the castle, and then she transformed into light and flew off? I've got to say, your stories are always so wild. But if you're telling me that's what you saw, then I've got to believe it. Sounds like we need to change our approach. Since the princess flew off, maybe we should redirect our efforts and dig into the upheaval. For now, at least. I've already got a few regions in mind to start exploring. I bet we'll pick up clues about where she flew off to as soon as we look around. Oh yeah, you've still got that Puripad, right? Can I see it for a sec? It's a little worse for wear, but seems to be functioning fine. Map, map, map. Aha! Alright, I forgot that before we can look at your overall map of Hyrule, we need to add map data from that right around Lookout Landing. And for that, we need our Skyview Tower. Joshua, what's the status of the Skyview Tower right now? Let me see. Outwardly, the structure looks to be complete. Oh, but the travel point is still undergoing final adjustments. The travel point needs tweaking. Sounds like I better get cracking. Sorry about this, Linky. I'll fix it up quick, so just hang tight. In the meantime, why don't you rest up? You must be pretty tired. The emergency shelter is just the spot for you. It has free beds and a kitchen, so it's well stocked for getting yourself some rest and rejuvenating yourself. If you want more info, talk to the soldier who's watching over everything from the center, right where the emergency shelter entrance is. If you need clothing for your travels, you should go to Mub's shop. I'll be over by our Skyview Tower, so when you're ready to head out, just let me know.
Yeah.
Alright, Joshua, let's work on our final preparations for the tower. I'll handle the travel point. Joshua, you're in charge of the switch. Okay, Doc, you can count on me. What is with the hand signs? Alright. So let's talk to you. Link. Whoa. Glad to have you back, Link. My name is Scorpus. I've been charged with managing Lookout Landing. If you have any questions about the place, any at all, come right to me. I will answer as best I can. Now please, allow me to open the emergency shelter.
You!
Hey, it's me, open up! Well, that's neat. Did this always exist, or did they carve this out after the destruction that happened? This underground vault used to be an emergency shelter for the royal family. Well, that answers that. Now we're making constant use of it. Feel free to make yourself at home in our vault. Use any equipment you want. Okay. I will head there soon. I kind of want to check out this shop that they also mentioned. What about that? God, it's so great. This Hylian armor series has caught your eye too. The design is so cool and it fits like a glove. It's popular with travelers too, which means it must be for adventuring. Hey, welcome. It's your first time at my store, right? It's the only place to shop here in Lookout Landing. I know it looks a little thrown together, but I stock a nice selection of goods. I ran a store back in my hometown, so I hope you'll support my place here. Your hometown? I come from a small fishing town called Lorelin Village. It's way to the south on the southeastern corner of Hyrule. Used to be a peaceful place too. Then the pirates arrived. I used to run the village's general store, but when those pirates arrived, I had to grab all the goods I could carry and run. I don't know how it's going there now. I hope I can return someday, but for now, I'll just keep selling as much stuff as I can. Please let me know if there's anything you'd like. Anything else you need? Can you buy my stuff? What'll it be? Oh, nope, not randomly selling stuff. No rush, take your time deciding. Wow, she only offers 3 rupees for these. Like, Bokoblin fangs are worth nearly 3 times as much as this ore. Your prices are crazy. Not interested? That's fine. It was a pleasure doing business with you. Anything else you need? Nope. If you want something, just pick it out and let me know. Alright, so the armor. 130, 70, and 120. So that's 250, 320 if my math is right. It's never good to do math while streaming. I've already got lots of arrows. I love that this game gives out so many arrows compared to the previous one. So I'm not just always struggling for not having enough arrows. I guess we'll talk to more people, find out what all is going on. So you're this Link that people keep talking about. Sounds like you're pretty tough. I'd like you to teach me about combat when all this is done. What? Is that really you? Link, you've returned. It's such a relief to see that you're safe. Oh, let me introduce myself. I'm Growlins, head of the monster control crew. It's our job to keep the monsters at bay as best we can throughout Hyrule. But aside from that, we've been assisting in the search for Princess Zelda, whose whereabouts are unknown. I'm glad you returned safely, but I'm gravely concerned about the princess. I'm holding out hope that the monster control crew brings back good news. They're searching the castle for her now. I see. Princess Zelda ascended in the sky above Hyrule Castle and then vanished? What a strange thing. All the same, it's a relief to hear she's alive. Well then, with that information, the monster control crew will resume our original duty of subduing the monsters. Of course, if we come across any input regarding the princess, I will report it immediately to Pura. I've assembled strategies and pertinent information at our headquarters in the emergency shelter. There you'll find folks with an intimate understanding of Hyrule's geography as well. If any of that is relevant to you, I encourage you to take the time to stop by. Alright everyone, it's time to move out. Black Soul Squad. For now, I'm positioning you in the south of Hyrule. Proceed to Faron. There are pirates running rampant in that area, so sweep the coast thoroughly. We're counting on you. Okay. It looks to be most people in town. We've got a guy over here. What's your story? Hi, sorry, but I'm busy at the moment, so I'll have to talk to you between swings. You never know when monsters will pop up, so I take my training very seriously. You might have noticed, but each sword handles differently, so it's wise to try different types to get used to the feel. If you know their handling and practice plenty, the fact that they're decayed won't matter so much. I mean, I'd prefer not to be using decayed weapons. That's just me. Speaking of, can I loot? No. These crates are fake. How dare. Alright. Let's go rest and then carry on with talking to Pura about the tower. Link, welcome, welcome. Call me Monty. You will find me employed as the gatekeeper of this fine establishment. This is the emergency shelter where all are welcome. Please stay as long as you like. Emergency shelter? Indeed, this place was originally used by the royal family as a safe haven in times of need. It's quite old, so we've been fixing it up as we go. You see? At this point, we've stockpiled some supplies, and I find it to be downright cozy. What are you doing here? I, Monty, have been tasked with the illustrious duty of watching the entrance of this renowned emergency shelter. My task involves taking orders from my superior regarding when to open or shut the entryway. A noble task indeed. Watch your footing when using the ladder. If only one could go straight through the ceiling rather than using a tiresome ladder. Ha! But I digress. You don't say. So you're Link, huh? Some of the soldiers were just telling me. As a simple man from Lorland, I'm a little starstruck. We don't see a lot of celebrities back home. Lorland? Lorland Village. It's the fishing town in the east, Necloda, far to the southeast. Used to be a popular resort thanks to its sandy white beaches and gorgeous views of the sparkling sea. We got attacked by pirates. Now no one's living there, let alone running the shops. But listen to me getting all gloomy. There's an upside. If not for the pirates, my wife and I wouldn't have come here. I should just shut my trap and enjoy the charms of Lookout Landing. Beds! You believe that? In my village, you couldn't find these anywhere but at the inn. Hey, I know that face. And any face I know is the face of a friend. Please, Link, help yourself to anything in this shelter. It's all yours to use as you see fit. But don't you dare go making a mess of this place and kicking up dust. I spend so much time cleaning in here, and there's still endless amounts of dust. Where does all this dust even come from, anyway? Alright. Lots of people. I'm gonna focus on the person who had a quest. Oh. Hey, you new here? You may scoff, but I know a fresh face when I see one. I can say that because I'm a newcomer too. My name is Bermano, and they put me in charge of cooking for some reason. I want to say something fancy like, for today's menu, we have fruit and mushroom mix. That'll rev you right up. Yeah, I was really looking forward to saying that, but I'm plumb out of apples. If I don't have my most important ingredient, say goodbye to rich, full flavor. My nose is detecting an aroma, a sweet, tangy, pleasant aroma. Could it be? Do you have an apple? Yeah, apples are pretty common, dude. Wow, you're really generous. I'm giving you first crack at some grub. Hold on a sec. I'm calling it Bermano's Special Fruit and Mushroom Mix. Looks tasty, doesn't it? 2 hearts. Sure. I like to make a big deal out of it, but anyone can make it. All you need is an apple, a mushroom, and a pot. You should try making some. Oh hey, is that you, Link? I've been nosed down, so I don't know what's happening around me half the time. This is pretty involved, so I'm going to keep sitting here while I wrench on this. You might have heard, but when the upheaval happened, all of the weapons decayed. I've poured so much energy into trying to fix them, but it's been no use. Decayed? Yeah, just before the upheaval, gloom began pouring out of the ground. It clung to the weapons, pulsing as if alive. We watched as the weapons rotted to pieces right before our eyes. It was all pretty wild, and I don't understand how it happened. At the time, when Hyrule Castle can float, I've given up trying to make sense of most things. Oh yeah, in case nobody has mentioned yet, you're welcome to the weapons over there. Though they probably won't be much use to you since they're, you guessed it, decayed. I mean, this one's apparently better than what I'm currently wielding. Boko Reaper. An average sword used largely by travelers, the blade has decayed, but it can still serve its purpose. Okay, well let's drop you. Wrong button as always. Let's drop you. Grab the Boko Reaper. Oh, it's you, Link. Pardon for me for being lost in my work here. This map tends to get all my attention. Are you interested in the different peoples of Hyrule and where they live? That's my entire field of study. When I'm out on deployment with the monster control crew, I spend hours poring over our maps. As such, I'm the most knowledgeable in Lookout Landing about Hyrule's various peoples and their towns and villages. Its various peoples. Aside from its highlands, there are 4 other peoples here in Hyrule. The Rito, the Gorons, the Zora, and the Gerudo. Each live in a different area and have their own unique traits, whether it's soaring the sky or feasting on rocks. We Hylians also live in villages that reflect our unique cultures. The Sheikah are renowned for their wisdom. In fact, our most prolific researchers are among them. The leader of Lookout Landing, Pura, is from the Sheikah tribe. Towns and villages. Hyrule has 8 major places that its various people call home. Lookout Landing is located here in central Hyrule. Up northwest of here, there's the Rito village in Hebra. Then there's Gerudo Town that's located to the southwest in the Gerudo region. You'll find Goron City in the northeast in Eldin. Travel a bit further east and you'll come across Terry Town in Akala. Terry Town is on the map now. Not too far from there is Zora's Domain. That's within the Lanayru region. Continuing to the southeast, Hyrule, you'll come across a cluster of highland villages. These are within an area called Nekluda. Within that cluster, you'll find Kariko village, where the Sheikah live. I hear the village leader is quite lovely. If you're seeking a tranquil spot, Hateno village is worth visiting. I also hear it's become Hyrule's center for fashion. Finally, there's Lurelin village. It's a wonderful getaway destination. Many of the aforementioned towns and villages have been deeply affected by the upheaval. If removing even a fraction of the monsters helps soothe the peoples of Hyrule, then that's what we'll do. Our monster control crew is on patrol each day, gathering information from everyone, everywhere. And what about you? I work with the monster control crew. We're tasked with protecting everyone from monsters. There's been an uptick in their population since the upheaval, but I'm not really the most skilled in combat, so instead I use my knowledge of areas to help determine where we should make deployments. Alright, goodbye. There's been an increase in the number of unfamiliar monsters since the upheaval as well. Be careful out there. Burning the candle at both ends, Link? I appreciate you taking the time to visit the Monster Control HQ. Recently, Pura asked that we suspend our involvement in the search for Princess Zelda. So we resumed our primary mission to hunt down the monsters that have been running rampant since the upheaval. All 3 squads are out on expeditions at the moment. They've been sharing updates with us, though. Squads on expedition? Haz's squad, Torin's squad, and Flaxel's squad of the Monster Control crew are taking down monsters all across Hyrule. Haz's squad. Haz's squad is hunting monsters in Hyrule's field to the south of Lookout Landing. If you see them there, do me a favor and help them out, please. Want to know the whereabouts of the others? Torin's squad. Torin's squad is on the north side of Death Mountain in Eldin. They're heading for a cave discovered at Lake Darman, which used to be a lava lake but has since stopped flowing. They're taking out the monsters nesting in the cave, so if you see them there, do me a favor and help them out, please. And Flaxel's squad. Flaxel's squad is hunting monsters in Faron to the south. They're aiming to subdue the pirate ship on the Menoat River in the south of Lake Hylia, which is west of our Highland stable. If you see them there, do me a favor and help them out, please. Alright. Monster Control crew is made up of everyday folks who volunteer to protect the people from monsters. Some are accustomed to battle, while others, not so much. Receiving support from you out in the field would do wonders for their morale, Link. Okay, and here's a place we can pray to trade out our orbs. But as it is, let's sleep. Until morning. Sounds fine.
Oh.
Link, right? You really are that Link guy, aren't you? I heard folks talking about you, and your face matches the one on the poster. There's a poster? Oh, sorry. You wanted a bed, yeah? You can go ahead and take whatever's empty bed you like. Napping, sleep, talking is particularly audible here, so you probably want to bed a little farther away from him. His name is Nappin. I thought they were talking about napping. Huh. His physical condition has been deteriorating ever since he investigated one of the chasms. That's despite how long he's been back, which has been quite a while. He still hasn't made much of a recovery. The chasms? The upheaval created massive openings across the land known as chasms. In fact, there's one nearby just beneath Hyrule Castle and another to the south of Lookout Landing. But if you go plumbing those depths, you'll come across plenty of gloom. You touch that stuff and your health will take a turn for the worse. Anyway, there's a young girl named Joshua who's been heading up investigations into the chasms. Despite her age, she's been leading the charge. Pretty remarkable if you ask me. Yeah, we met her. So they're saying I can just ascend straight up. Oh, from the right spot, yes. Oh, wrong button. That's gotta look super weird to everyone around when I just pop out of the ground. Alright, so we want to go to the tower, which is here. Hopefully they've had time to fix up the various problems. Don't see Joshua, so I'll talk to Pura. If I put this here, then that goes there. No, that's not quite it. That should do it. Hey Link, you all set? I just wrapped up here myself. The travel point is working fine now, or will be once you do your part.
Hey!
We're ready, Joshua. Pull the switch.
Hey!
Whoa.
Oh!
All the Skyview towers have now been activated.
Yeah!
Okay, Link, your turn. My turn for what? Go hold the Pyrapad over the terminal. Alright, the Skyview Tower is now active on your map. That means you can now use this travel point to get here at any time, instantly. Same is true for every Skyview Tower you add to your Pyrapad. Impressive, right? But Skyview Towers are about more than just traveling quickly. Their primary function is to survey the area, or more simply put, to make a map. The Pyrapad works with the Skyview Tower and scans the topography directly onto the map. Pretty great, Only thing is, you need a paraglider when you're scanning. If only I had a paraglider. It takes a lot of skill and nobody here had what it takes. To be honest, that's why we haven't tested this out yet. We needed you. Which brings us to this. Yes! This item, given to you by Pura, lets you ride the wind and glide through the sky. Press X in midair to activate it. Right, it's showtime. Let's start with a test scan. Now it's time for our very first test launch. I mean, our first test. Just step over there into the circle and find me afterward, alright? I'll be observing from the research lab.
Yeah!
When the test scan is over, we'll have a final briefing on the search for Princess Zelda. And I'll also need to update your map with the places where the upheaval has wreaked the most havoc. Best of luck! Yes, so I noticed with Ascend that it kind of pauses time when you ascend before you pop out of the ground, so you can look around, which is cool. And now let's check this out. Well, that was a lot more startling than it needed to be. All right, sure. He's just checking out the map on his iPad as he's falling from the sky. It's totally fine. Surface map updated. Sky map updated. So I assume if I want to, I can use those to launch myself to get to various sky islands. Although I'm looking at it and I'm like, I could just glide over to that tower there. Like, that launched me really, really high in the air. Oh, hang on, I'm running out of stamina. Let's fall for a bit. Yeah, I know you can dive, but wanted to wait till I got over water. Nearly drowned there. That would have been embarrassing. Okay, I was wondering if that was sort of a quest mission board. It was not. Alright, Pura's not here. Welcome back. That was some good gliding up there, Link. I expected nothing less. So, how did it go? Did you get a proper map scan? Good. That map is crucial to our search. There are Skyview towers in every region in the world. You'll want to make a point of visiting them all.
Yes.
Right. Let's talk about the upheaval. It's affected more than just the castle. So, question I have is, what happened to all the old towers and shrines? Because looking around, I'm not seeing them. And did they just vanish? How do you ban people? So that's what I don't know. Something like that? Haha. Perfect. Right, let's talk about the upheaval. It's affected more than just the castle. Reports of other strange phenomena have been coming in from all over Hyrule. Let's take a look at your map. The first report comes from Hebra to the northwest. Next up is Eldin to the northeast. The Grudor reporting trouble in the southwest. And finally, there's Lanayru to the east. The strange phenomena are concentrated in these 4 regions. I can't say for certain, but I've got the nagging suspicion that we might find out more about Princess Zelda by looking into these phenomena. Hey, Doc, I don't know if this is helpful, but I heard something weird the other day. It was about someone who might have seen Princess Zelda at Rito Village over in Hebra recently. That is pretty weird, yeah. Generally speaking, I don't put much stock in hearsay. But this does sound like it's worth looking into. Oh, and before I forget, Link, We've asked the Lucky Clover Gazette to help us in the search for Princess Zelda. There's nobody who knows more about the goings-on in Hyrule than them. You can find them near the entrance to Rito Village. If you do go there, you should speak with the editor. I'm sure she could help out in some way, too. I'll be here directing a variety of investigations into the upheavals, mini chasms, and new ruins. I'll also be looking into the different villages. Someone somewhere might know what's happened to the princess.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you to check out the major phenomena that are troubling regions around Hyrule, Link. We'll find Princess Zelda one way or another. You have a quest, Joshua?
Oh.
Sorry, can't talk now. There's something I gotta discuss with Goggles right away about research into the chasms. Let's talk later. You had a quest marker. You don't know exactly how they got rid of the guardians and the shrines? Yeah, so the guardians, shrines, towers, all of it is just gone. Ah, what a pleasant morning. Hey you, is it true that you've got the Puripad? Her and I worked together on the design, but I'm the one who put it together, you know? We should have called it the Robbie Pad, technically speaking. Come on, Goggles, are you even listening to me? Oh, yes. Sorry, you were saying? I was saying that I want to investigate the depths. Look, if you're not going to listen to me, I'll go and jump into a chasm myself. Hey, Natakui, welcome. No way, no how. You can't do that. The depths are far too vast for you to explore on your own, and we've only barely begun to look into them. I'd love to go gallivanting around down there too, but who knows what wonders are at the bottom of those chasms. But no matter how wondrous they may be, it's far too dangerous for you. Yes, this is my first playthrough. I just finished Breath of the Wild 2 weeks ago, so now I'm jumping into Tears of the Kingdom and going into it as blind as I can, so I didn't look into spoilers, didn't look into basically anything, so I can just experience it all fresh. But no matter how wondrous they may be, it's far too dangerous for you. I'm not about to allow our young prodigy to go wandering around somewhere so unknown, so foul. If anything were to happen to Pura's favorite student, it'd be the end for me. The end! But I need more on that figure. If we have more info on it, then it should help us better understand the depths. What figure? Oh, swordsman. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out of the conversation. That is a huge smile. Let me get you up to speed. Our survey team has brought back some artifacts from a journey into the depths. One of them caught my eye. This piece of slate, specifically the image depicted on it. See that figure standing up, 2 legs with one arm raised up? Well, I have a theory. I think it could be evidence that a mysterious people once lived in the depths. I'm on my second playthrough where I can only use legendary weapons, bows, and shields. Wow. Good luck on your playthrough. Yeah, I'm just trying to get through. So no challenge run for me. That's why I want to go down there, so I can see if there are any more depictions like this one. I want to see for myself. But Goggles here says it's too dangerous, and he won't let me go. Joshua, come on now. Tell you what, I'll go down there myself and see if I can't find anything about the figure on that slate. And Link will join me. I mean, I was thinking I could just go by myself. Since I've got a camera that can just take pictures of things. You know, not have to put important researchers down there. We'll start by looking for anything down there that resembles the figure on the slate. Assuming we find what we're looking for, we'll use your Puripad camera to take a picture of it for Joshua. A perfect plan. Camera? You don't know about the camera? It's one of Puripad's most basic features. With the camera, you can capture nearby scenery as an image, one that's stored in your pad there. Sounds like you still have more to learn about the Puripad. Well then, I'll teach you how to take pictures, once we're down there anyway. There'll be lots of monsters in the depths though, so I'll be counting on you to keep me safe. Let's see. I guess we should enter through the chasm to the south of Lookout Landing. I'll go on ahead. Once you're ready and raring to go, come find me there. Ta-ta! Wait, hang on. I only have a legendary bow and the Hylian shield. Don't worry, I won't tell you how to get them. Yep, no spoilers, thanks. But yeah, that sounds challenging. Looks like he's gone. I'm sorry you got roped into all of this, swordsman. Goggles means well, but when he wants to help me, he leaps before he looks. But here, maybe this will help you out, at least. 10 more bright bloom seeds. Oh, and take this too. 5 more arrows. The chasm is pretty deep, so light from the surface doesn't make it down there. It's pitch black. But if you attach a bright bloom seed to an arrow and shoot it, it'll light up the area. Definitely a useful trick down there. Okay, you'll want to head straight out of Lookout Landing Southern Gate. You'll find the chasm goggles used just outside. I don't know too much about how your camera works, but I'm counting on you to bring me that picture. Oh, and please look after goggles for me. Okay, so quest-wise, we have... Those are all counted as main quests. So we've got the 4 locations. I'm wondering if that's going to be equivalent to Divine Beasts, where we've got to go through some big dungeon. Find Princess Zelda is going to be a long-term quest, I assume. That seems to be basically the same thing. So yeah, do we take on the depths, or do we check out the regional phenomena? And I think right now I want to try... Oh, we've got a bunch of other categories. Main quest, side quests, and then 3 other things. Anyway, for now I'm thinking we do go into the depths because I'm curious about them.